school time, and there are some students that need just more than just free school supplies. These students need free meals also. Free meals should be given to all students, regardless of their family incomes. There are federal programs that fund free lunches, free meals across the nation, but there are still some school areas that need this more than anything. There are areas, most of the areas that get these funds are low income or disadvantaged areas that already are in this funded program, but there's still some areas where I think there's a need for free meals across the nation. These areas that I consider that maybe where you have single family homes, single parent homes, where the parent just can't afford to allocate lunch money for their child. That money has to go somewhere else, like paying an electric bill, paying a car note, paying to make sure the rent is done, paid. It's just that they can't afford it. So I think there should be a need, or should be federal funded programs across the nation for all public schools, regardless of the family income. I have some reasons why the children should receive this free meal. They include no more hungry children. If you have free meals, you won't have hungry children. It eliminates the divide in the classroom, and good meals lead to good learning, and it's great nutritional possibilities. No more hungry children. If you allow children to have free meals, you will reduce the chance or the possibilities of children missing school, missing a meal. As an active parent, I've seen a lot of kids that will come through and they act like they haven't eaten in years, or they ask or take home the leftovers. You don't know exactly what's going on in the home, so you feel for these children and you want to give them. But I think if they get these free breakfast and lunch and even snacks at school, that would reduce the chances of the child going hungry. Again, there are still some that's overqualified income wise on paper, but when you go back and you look at different circumstances, they don't have the necessary funds to feed their child. They don't have that extra money to send with their child to make sure they eat lunch, breakfast and lunch. So if you do free lunch across or free meals across the nation, you will reduce that possibility of that child going hungry for that day, or for possibly for the week. And with nowadays, when you have busy families, parents working 2 or 3 jobs to make sure bills are being paid, parent might not have time to fix meals for the child. Child don't know how to fix their own meals, so they're going without. So if you have free lunch across the nation for all students, regardless of income, you will reduce the hungry child. A lot of times the children, the parent may miss a deadline because of the students not bringing home the papers. I know, like I said, when I was an active parent, or even a substitute teacher, I see where you give the kids papers and say take home, and 9 out of 10 times they left on the school grounds in the desk. Some even leave me in the book bag and say, oh, I forgot to give it to my parents. So again, they miss deadlines, and some parents are just embarrassed to fill out the paperwork. So if you have free lunch across the board, for all students, you eliminate that. You eliminate a divided classroom. And I say that because kids are already labeled by the clothes they wear, and with the kids bringing lunch, some of them are classified as well-to-do kids, rich kids. So, and then the ones that eat the cafeteria food, they're considered as poor. But if you have everybody eating the same food at the same time, well, not at the same time, but everybody eating the same food, you can eliminate that jealousy, that envy, or the name calling, because everybody's getting the same thing. It eliminates the stigma attached to cafeteria meals. Cafeteria meals are nutritional. So you can't, if everybody's getting the same food, everybody's being fed. Again, that can help if you do the free lunch meals across the nation for all schools. Good meals equal good learning. Study shows that students who get the proper breakfast and lunch does well on their tests, their grades improve, and even their behavior improve. Kids who it just perform better, like a car. A car needs gas to perform, need oil in it. So the breakfast and the lunches help the child perform. So if they get that during the school time or school, they will do better. So again, here's a chance for the schools, for the students to have the free lunch across the nation. It needs to be federally funded. Healthier meals make them perform better. So again, if you have that in the schools, free meals, they perform better. There's nutritional possibilities. It decreases obesity in school. Children eat healthier. That will give you healthier kids. There's less junk food that's being brought from home. A lot of the schools now, they don't even allow candy machines in the schools, or a certain type of, if it's a machine, it's certain type of nutritional candy, sodas and whatever. So if you have the free lunch, you get nutritional meals. And a lot of your cafeteria workers is certified nutritionists. So they preparing nutritional meals. So again, if there's nutritional possibilities when you have free lunch for all the kids. They get the 5 major food groups. Again, they might not get that at home, but when you get that free meal and that child is eating that free meal, they get their 5 major food groups. Again, that reduces the obesity, and that will give them healthier kids. Healthier kids do better. They perform better. They behave better. So again, in a nutshell, if all meals are free to students in public schools, it'll be less stress on the students, the parents, as well as the school itself. Let's take a stand for the kids and get free meals in all public schools across the nation, regardless of the family income.